Welcome back to the Semistate. I apologize for the disruption in our signal, but we're back and going live, and it's 12-9 here, Yorktown in game 3. Rally underway. Tigers have it. They'll attack far side. Knuckles drives it off a defender into the scores table for another kill. Kenzie with unofficially 18 kills. That makes it a 13-9 game. Timeout, Crown Point. Wow. We're going to keep it right here. Apologies for the lost signal. I'm not sure what happened, but we hope you're back with us and in good order. Sometimes there are moments I hate the internet. It's a toilet when it doesn't work, but it's pretty good when it does. You just have to take the bad with the good because that's all you got. So, first timeout of game 3 taken by Crown Point with Yorktown out in front. 13-9, a 4-point run by Yorktown underway. Matches one game apiece. And tell you what, it's been a doozy. Crown Point came on late in game 1 and came from behind to beat Yorktown 26-24. Yorktown was more dominant in game 2, beating Crown Point 25-16. Here in game 3, Crown Point led 1-0, 2-0, and 2-1. Then tied at 2, 3 more ties at 7, 8, and 9, but Yorktown out in front, leading 13-9. We're back underway. Crown Point on the attack, right to left. Great dig to keep it alive by Yorktown. They'll set long way across the way. Knuckles shot off a defender. Bulldogs attack near pin. Another shot out of the net. Played by the Tigers. They keep it alive. Great play by Stinson and Rosenthal. Now the Bulldogs attack from the back row. Great dig again by Stinson. Rosenthal, far side for Knuckles. Bam! Kill by Knuckles. Yorktown Point, 14-9 Tigers. That was a double quarter pounder with cheese. Oh, 19 kills in the match by Knuckles. Here comes the serve to the Bulldogs. They back tip it. They can't get it off the floor. Great tip that time. Nice job. Nice point by Akiwa. 14-10. She's a heady setter. Love those setter kills. That's her first one. Bulldogs serve it to Yorktown. They attack far side. Knuckles drives one off the libero. Crown Point says, I got it. You take it. They'll free ball it back to Yorktown. Tigers might make them pay. Knuckles from the middle with a tip. Bulldogs have it off the floor. They attack. Go to the middle. Another tip. Great dig by Yorktown. They keep it alive. Knuckles rolls it back to the Bulldogs. They'll attack here on the near side. Big swing. Great dig. It's into the crowd. Knuckles is going to play it out of the front row. It's back. Great play by Vincent. Tigers on defense. They keep it up the floor again. Far side. Knuckles with the kill. Sensational rally. Best point of the night, and it goes Yorktown's way. Two great teams throwing roundhouse rights at one another. Yorktown, 15. Crown Point, 10. Oh, my Lord, was that a point. Rosenthal will serve it. Here it goes. Bulldogs play it up. Go short set for the slide play. It's off the defense of Yorktown. Right back over the net, and it's down. It's going to be down. Ruled down for a point for Yorktown. Crown Point didn't like it. Wait, it's going to go to Crown Point. They reversed that decision, and it's Crown Point with the point and the side out at 15-11. The officials have had a little confusion a couple times, but we're all right. 15-11, Crown Point serving. Yorktown receiving. Pass from Rosenthal. Knuckles with a big tip to the back corner. That's down for a beautiful kill. Knuckles is excited by that little tip kill to make it 16-11, as she would be if she just hit a surface-to-air missile. I've got her for 21 kills in the match. We're only midway through game 3. I'm talking about Knuckles, who serves it deep to the back row. Bulldogs, a little tip serve, little tip set, and confusion. I think they were trying to short set it. There was confusion from the setter, Akiwa. 17-11. Yorktown out in front by 6. Knuckles to serve. The Yorktown students right in front of me down low, putting on a show. Bulldogs play it up to their setter. They bring it near side. Chacon rips it. Murr digs it. Far side set for Watkins. Her shot is down for the kill. The Crown Point libero, Savannah Chacon, played it well, but no one was there to help her. On the second contact, it's 18-11 Yorktown. Time out. Crown Point, their final one here in game 3. We'll go to the break with the Tigers in front. It's Yorktown 18, Crown Point 11 on Beaver Media and on the Doco Preps channel.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Coming out of the Crown Point timeout in game 3, they've burned both of theirs. Yorktown leading 18-11, the match tie at a game apiece. Game 1 went to Crown Point, game 2 to Yorktown. Knuckles serves, and it's long for a service error. A cheap, easy point, and you don't want to leave the door cracked for any momentum swings here at 18-12 now for the Bulldogs. Trailing by 6, but a side out, and they'll give the serve to their setter, Alex Akiwa. Knuckles will play it. Murr has it on a bump set for Watkins on the corner. It's back to the Tigers off the block. Tigers try it again. Watkins with another swing. Driven off a defender, but played nicely by Crown Point. They swing it with Chacon. Great dig by Knuckles, but it's in the crowd. Great shot by Morgan Chacon. 14 kills for her unofficially. 18-13. You don't want to let the Bulldogs up. That would be a critical mistake. Here comes the serve to Yorktown. Murr plays it to Rosenthal. Slide play here, right corner. It's down off the block for a Bulldog point. They double team. Searing on the slide. And here comes momentum reaching for the other jersey at 18-14. 3 straight points by the Bulldogs to close it within 4 now. They'll serve it again with Akiwa. Murr. Rosenthal. Swing from Watkins. It's down for another Bulldog point. Off the block, right back to the Tigers, and they couldn't get it down. 18-15. Timeout Yorktown. Bulldogs are within 3 in game 3 on Beaver Media and the Doco Preps channel.
Kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the ball game. We are in the late going in game 3. Yorktown has taken its first time out. Tigers lead 18-15, but they led 18-11, and the second time out by Crown Point led to a 4-point spurt by the Bulldogs, and they're not done. They'll serve it again with Akiwa doing the honors. Yorktown has it up to Rosenthal. She'll set near side. Searing can't get it down. Bulldogs play it up here on the near corner. Great dig by Murr. Rosenthal passes. Back row attack by Knuckles. It's right back to the Tigers off the block. They'll swing it from the near corner by Searing. It's in play. Bulldogs on the near corner. They keep it in play for Yorktown. Watkins with a great shot. It's off the block. Another great play by Yorktown to keep it alive. They roll it back to the Bulldogs. Crown Point attacks from the far corner. Great dig by Knuckles to keep it up the floor right back over the net to Crown Point. They'll attack with Chacon. Watkins with a great dig. Another one back here for Knuckles, who gives it backward on the roll. And wow, here comes Crown Point. What a rally. Big swing. Big winner in the middle. Reese Crowell with her 6th kill unofficially. And it's a 2-point game at 18-16. 5-point run for the Bulldogs. Akiwa to serve it again. Handled in the back row by Murr. They'll set near side for Searing. She tips over the double team. Ain't no way they're going to get that one. soft kill that breaks the run as Yorktown leads at 19-16. They get the side out on the searing kill, first sixth. And at 19-16 in game 3, Yorktown with the lead, the ball, and the serve coming from Kylie Merle. What a fantastic match. This is a state championship caliber match right here. Bulldogs on the attack. They swing it with Chacon. She drives it off a Yorktown defender on the far corner. It's another kill for Chacon, 15 for her. Side out Bulldogs, trailing 19-17. To serve it now for the Bulldogs, Morgan Chacon, the all-everything player. Knuckles lets the serve go, and it's just out of bounds. That was nearly an ace, only missed by about 6 inches. Great decision by Knuckles, though, and she let it go. Yorktown side out at 20-17. Tigers in front. They look for a 2-1 match lead. Tough serve. Bulldogs play it up near corner. Swing off the Yorktown block. Tigers will give it off to the near corner. It's driven off a defender. Bulldogs have it in play. Back row attack in the middle. It's too long. Chacon hits it long, and it's 21-17 Yorktown. Back serving, dangerous server, Kate Vincent. Here it comes. Cross court, nearly an ace. Bulldogs give a free ball over to Yorktown, and it's down for a winner. A little roll shot. That's all it was from Maddie Banter, who turned lemons into lemonade for her first kill. A side out, and now it's 21-18. Yorktown leading by 3 now. Back to serve it is Abby Negri. Murr to play it. Rosenthal to set it. She tips to the back row. Bulldogs smelled it coming. They attack from the corner. Another kill down on the big right-hand winner by Reese Crawl. She's been very effective over there tonight. And it's 21-19 all of a sudden. Yorktown's lead down to 2. Abby Negri serving for the Bulldogs. Winner of this game takes a 2-1 match lead. Tigers are within 4 points, but they need to score. Set here from Rosenthal. Slide play for Miller. They can't get it over. It's into the net. Miller says it was a block. The up official says, nope, no way. It's 21-20. Bulldogs are within a point. They trailed as much as 18-11 here in game 3. It's now 21-20 in the worst way. They'll go to Watkins on the far side, and she comes through with another deep winner to make it 22-21, make it 22-20, 22-20. Yorktown in front by 2 on the Watkins kill. 7 for Courtney tonight. Back to serve it. For Yorktown, I believe that's Stinson, but I can't tell when she's sideways. Here comes the shot. Bulldogs play it up. Little tip set. Yorktown, nice job defensively to dig it. Big swing from the corner, right back off the block to Yorktown. Tip kill attempt, no good. Bulldogs will set it for a back row attack from Chacon. She drives it off of a diving Kate Vincent. Ball ended up in the crowd. It will go to Crown Point. Bulldogs trail 22-21. Wow. What a match. Chacon and Knuckles have put on a display. Tigers lead by 1. They need a point. Big swing from the corner. It's out of bounds long. Knuckles with a hitting error. And we are tied at 22 here late in game 3. Timeout Yorktown. Back with more after this on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Indiana high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Frankfort High School. We're knotted up here in game 3, 22-22. It's been an 11-4 run by the Bulldogs to get them back even. They trailed at one point by 18-11. This one for the lead. The Tigers have it on the attack. They go far side. Knuckles drives it off a defender, gets it back. A second try over to the Bulldogs. They'll slide it off the block. Now back over to Yorktown. Rosenthal will set for Knuckles. She drives it off the solo block on the left corner. And it's a block and a point for the Bulldogs. Alex Akiwa with the block, and the Bulldogs lead this one 23-22. Match tied, a game apiece. This one is too long. Another service error by Reese Kroll, and it's tied at 23. Holy cow. What a match this has been. I'm going to need a nitro pill. 23 all in game 3, 1-1 in the match. Carly Matthews to serve left to right for Yorktown. Bulldogs have a little trouble with it. They'll set in the middle, but driven down for the kill by Packwood. Give her 5. Give the lead back to the Bulldogs. 24-23. Wow. Yorktown must score here. For Crown Point is Maddie Banter, 5'8" sophomore. Serves from the deep left corner. Here it comes. Tigers play it up to Rosenthal. They'll set far side. They go to Knuckles, and she drives a kill off a defender into row 7. And we're tied at 24. Here in game 3, Yorktown needs 2 points here. They'll serve it with Bella Rosenthal. Here it comes. There it goes. Shorty. Bulldogs have it up. They come to the near corner. Swing by Chacon. She drives it off Kylie Murr for another kill and another lead for the Bulldogs. Game point for them at 25-24. Wow. A possible 2-1 match lead coming here if they can score. Victoria Mance to serve it. Tigers attack it. They need to score. Knuckles off a defender. Kept in play. Bulldogs attack here on the near corner. Another big swing. Knuckles. Another dig. Tigers keep it alive. It's back over to the Bulldogs. They try a stuff kill. They can't get it down. Yorktown scores on a battle at the net. 25. Scott Murr, a Yorktown dad, about to have a stroke right in front of me. It's 25 all here in game 3. 1-1 match. Fantastic. Kenzie Knuckles to serve for the Tigers. Here it is. Goes to the deep back row. Nice play up to the center. Bulldogs set near corner. It's off a defender. Great dig by Yorktown to keep it off the floor, but it's out of bounds. And another game point coming up here at 26-25 for Crown Point. They can take a 2-1 match lead if they can score here. Yorktown must score off the serve from Alex Akiwa of Crown Point. Murr to Rosenthal. They'll come to Searing on the near corner. It trickles over. Great play to keep it alive. The Bulldogs are going to give it to the floor. No one is there to clean it up. I've got it. You take it. Doesn't work. We're tied at 26. Man, Yorktown dodges another bullet. Kylie Murr will serve it for the Tigers. Game 1 went to Crown Point. Game 2 went to Yorktown. Who's going to get game 3? Bulldogs are on the attack. They go to Chacon on the corner. It's off the net, and it trickles down for a kill. Morgan Chacon brings it again. Her 18th kill. It's 27-26. Crown Point with another set point here in game 3. And it's going to be Morgan Chacon to serve for it. Knuckles passes to Rosenthal. She'll tip on the near corner, and it's driven down for a winner on the back line by Tegan Searing. And we are tied at 27 apiece. Holy cow. What a match. Yorktown serves it. Bulldogs play it. They'll set near corner. It's off a great dig by Vincent. Set for Watkins across the way. It's kept out of the net, off the deflection, but not twice. Crown Point scores again on the block. 28-27, Bulldogs. Wow. Abby Negri serving again, another set point in game 3 for the Bulldogs. Yorktown has to score again. Here's an overpass tip from Rosenthal. Easy play. Here come the Bulldogs on the corner. They get it down off the block. Out of bounds. Yorktown couldn't keep it in play. The kill goes to Reese Kroll. The game goes to the Bulldogs. 29-27. They lead this match 2-1. Wow, don't you dare go away. Game 4 coming up next. A must win for Yorktown. They got to win out on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. You stay right there.
From Jamestown to Jonesville, from North Salem to South Milford, from River Forest to Grass Creek. No matter where you live in Indiana, you can enjoy high school sports coverage at its very best on the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. It's 35 powerhouse radio stations, Fox Sports Indiana, and the World Wide Web, combining their vast resources to blanket the state, the Midwest, and the world with the purest, most riveting presentation of high school sports in America. From Anderson to Attica, Kendallville to Kokomo, follow the high school sports that make our state great all season long. Thank you, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, and welcome home.
Have you heard? Winning isn't everything. Championships are great, but there's more to sports than separating the world into winners and losers. The way we play matters too. The choice is simple. You can choose gamesmanship, or you can choose sportsmanship. Gamesmanship is another way of saying whatever it takes. You know the types. They taunt their opponents. Throw the occasional elbow for good measure. Whatever it takes to gain the upper hand. Sportsmanship relies less on underhanded tactics and more on things like strategy, skill, and smarts. It's less about stooping to trickery and more about rising to the occasion. Gamesmanship or sportsmanship, both can lead to victory, but only one represents the true measure of a champion. Play like a champion. Practice sportsmanship. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Brian Beaver back with you from Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs. And tonight, boy, what a barn burner we've had here so far. Crown Point has taken the lead in the match, 2-1. It's backs to the wall time for Yorktown. Tigers have to win out here in games 4 and 5 to keep their season alive. Game 1 went to Crown Point, 26-24. Yorktown roared back to take game 2, 25-16. Crown Point outlasted Yorktown in a vicious game 3, 29-27. What a great game that was for these two teams. So now we go to a must-win game 4 for Yorktown. They'll flip the floor. Yorktown will play right to left across your imagination. Crown Point left to right. Bulldogs are within 25 points of going back to the 4A state final for the second year in a row. They were state runners-up a year ago to Cathedral in 4A. So Crown Point will serve to start it, and Yorktown has it in play. It's up and set to the middle. Knuckles pounds down another kill, and it's 1-0 Yorktown to start game 4. Knuckles with 22 kills unofficially for Yorktown. Morgan Chacon unofficially 18 in the match for Crown Point. They've put on a show. Here's a serve into the net by Bella Rosenthal, and it's 1-1. Bella has looked a little nervous tonight, and I can understand that being a senior. She's got to really dial it up here. 1-1 game in game 4. Knuckles with a chance from the right corner. It's stuffed right back at the Tigers. They'll try it again. Knuckles this time down off the net. She can't get it over. And it's 2-1. Crown Point takes the early game 4 lead. Sakiwa to serve. And here it comes. Yorktown has it almost to the floor for an ace. A roll shot off the net is in play for the Bulldogs, and they go to Chacon, and a nice dig by Yorktown to keep it alive. The attack here on the near pin for Knuckles off the block. It's back over to Crown Point. They'll set it again far side. Off the defense, great dig by Yorktown to keep it off the floor. Swing off the corner, right back to the Tigers. They'll try it again. This time it's Murtabump set it. Bulldogs handle it. Great long rally. Bulldogs will set for a little run shot, and it's down! In front of a diving Yorktown defender. Kylie Moore ran out of real estate, couldn't get to it, and it's down for a 3-1 Crown Point lead. Wow. Back to serve it it's Maddie Banter. It's off the net. Yorktown plays it off the Grays. They'll come to the near side. A big swing, and Tegan Searing gets the kill to make it side out for Yorktown and a 3-2 Crown Point lead. Tegan with 8 kills in this one so far unofficially. Appreciate you sticking with us after our, don't know what happened, interruption there in the middle of the match, but hopefully not again. Knuckles with the serve. Bulldogs have it up. Far corner, swing from Chacon. Tigers have it up. They'll have to give an easy one back. Here it comes. Not so easy. It was off a defender at the net, which made it a deflection situation. And, wow, Banter couldn't chase it down in the back row as it went off the back line. And that ties it at 3. Knuckles picks up an easy kill. And here comes the point in play. Back set, slide play. Tigers can't play it cleanly. Packwood with a slide play kill off the Yorktown defense. And the Bulldogs are back in front, 4-3. This is a must-win game for Yorktown. Their season is riding on this. Here comes the serve from the Bulldogs. Tigers have an overpass, and it's stuffed back down for the easiest point of the night for the Bulldogs to make it 5-3. Chacon, Morgan Chacon went up and just stuffed it. Unreal. Katie Marcinek will serve again for the Bulldogs. Here it comes. She serves from the floor, no jump. And it's long for a service error and a Yorktown point. And it's a 5-4 game 4 contest. That last game was one for the books, man. It was full of great momentum swings and great rallies. How do you top that? We'll try in game 4. Bulldogs have it on the attack. Chacon drives it down, but it's long. Bulldogs all say, touch, touch, touch. The officials say, no touch. Too long. And we're tied at 5. 5-5 contest. Kylie Murr to serve it up for Yorktown from the back end on the right side. Comes near side corner with it. Set here is for no one. They have to play an easy ball back for Yorktown. Here comes the swing off the corner. Driven off a defender into the basketball goal. Watkins flushes the kill, and Yorktown retakes the lead at 6-5. And got Courtney for 8 kills. Tigers are back in front by a point. Kylie Murr is serving. The Ohio State commit puts it in play. Pass to the setter. Bulldogs go far side. Chacon with a big rip and a big winner for a kill. And we're tied at 6. Tigers just haven't had a defensive answer for most of the night for Chacon. She's 5'11", jumps out of the gym. Here comes the serve to Yorktown. Knuckles plays to Rosenthal. She gives it off to Searing on the far corner, and the block snuffs out the attack by Searing on another block by Chacon. 7-6. Crown Point retakes the lead. Bulldogs will serve it over. Here comes Yorktown having it up. They'll play it from Rosenthal to a tip in the middle. Nothing challenging about that. Bulldogs will get a clean swing on the corner. They say it's off the block from Yorktown. It looked like it hit the net and not a Yorktown defender. And now we get a reconsideration, and the chair official gets it right finally and says, you know what? It didn't touch a defender. It hit the net. Going over, never got over. That's the right call, and we're tied at 7. Side out Tigers. They got that one right. Vincent to serve from the right corner. It's in play. Bulldogs will set it here near side. Chacon peels another winner. She has been sensational for Crown Point. Another kill for her to make it 8-7. 21 kills unofficially for Morgan Chacon, and she will do the honors serving. Tigers have it up, trailing by a point. Come to the near side. Watkins off the defense. Bulldogs have it up to their setter. They'll go far side. Big swing off the block, back on top. Bulldogs have it again. They dink it. Yorktown keeps it alive. Knuckles with a two-hand tip. Bulldogs attack again. Near side. Swing off the defense for the point. Give the kill to Reese Crawl. I've got her for 9. And it's 9-7. Crown Point leading by 2. They win this game. They're going to the state final. Yorktown fighting for its life. Rosenthal will set on the slide play. Ellie Miller with a big swing, big momentum, gets the kill. 9-8 game. Miller with 7 kills. We've been tied at 1, 3, 5, 6, and 7 here in game 4. Tigers can tie if they score here. Here comes the serve. It's deep, too deep, off the end line for a service error. Tigers couldn't get it down. I think that was Stinson who couldn't get it down, and it's 10-8. Crown Point leading. Tigers have to win the next 2 games to go to the state final. Murr with the pass, a toughie. Bumps that far side. Miller couldn't get there to clean it up. It falls, a rare mistake for Yorktown. They trail 11-8. Timeout, Tigers. Yorktown coach Stephanie Bloom has seen enough. Her season is on the line. We go to the break in game 4. Crown Point 11, Yorktown 8 on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Indiana high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Coming out of the timeout here in game 4, Yorktown trails Crown Point 11-8. They trail the match 2-1. And here's a service error out of bounds by about 2 feet by Abby Negri. Yorktown gets a cheap, easy point, stops the bleeding a little bit to make it 11-9. Side out Tigers, they need one of their runs in the worst way. Carly Matthews serving here, trailing by 2 in game 4, trailing in the match 2-1. Here comes her little jump serve to the back row. Not a very good pass. Slide play. Yorktown digs it. Rosenthal sets near corner. Tip shot off the defense. Back to Yorktown. They can't keep it off the floor. 12-9 as Crown Point scores again. Back to serve. Number 10, Reese Crawl. Bulldogs in the driver's seat right now. Tigers have a horrible time passing the serve. It's down for an ace. And not because it was a great serve. Yorktown just was confused on the pass. Crawl will get the ace. She puts the next one in play. Yorktown has it up. Deep shot. Any touch? No touch. It's out of bounds on the hitting error by Knuckles. And it's 14-9. And Yorktown burns its final timeout here in game 4. It's crunch time now. We go to the break. Yorktown trails the match 2-1, trails game 4, 14-9 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Who do I play high school softball for? I play for my mom and dad who've never missed a game.
Whether they're playing for their teammates, their classmates, or their community, high school student athletes in Indiana learn important lessons they'll use for the rest of their lives, like respect for the rules and the value of hard work and sacrifice. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
It's do or die time for Yorktown. The Tigers have burned their second and final timeout here in game 4, trailing 14-9. We were tied at 7, and since then it's been a 7-2 run by Crown Point, who continues to serve it with Reese Crawl doing the honors. Tigers play this one up. They get a swing off the corner. It's right back at them off the block. They'll try it again off the near corner. Again, Knuckles off a defender. Here's a bump set. Back row attack. Tigers keep it off the floor. It's in the net for a Crown Point point. 15-10. Tigers can't stop the momentum now unless they play better. Crawl has it in play. Tip to the back row. Tigers couldn't get it down. Crawl will keep it alive for the Bulldogs. They'll roll it back to Yorktown. Yorktown needs a point so badly here. They get a swing off the block. It's down for a Yorktown point. Tegan Searing will check in. The kill for Knuckles. Her 24th. The side out gives it to Bella Rosenthal with Yorktown trailing 15-10. They need a run. Here's a set. Big drive off the defense, right back over the net to the Bulldogs again. They'll attack from the far corner. It's down off a solo block by Tegan Searing. She shut off Maddie Banter. Yorktown comes to life a little bit. 15-11, Crown Point. Rosenthal to serve it again. Yorktown has to win this game or their season is over. Played up, back row attack from Chacon. She's got it down in the near side corner for another kill. She's just been unstoppable in this match for Crown Point. 16-11. Bulldogs out in front by 5 here late in game 4. Jump serve. Tigers play it up. Rosenthal sets to the near corner. Searing with the swing. Stuffed right back at him off the block. They'll try it again with a tip. Nothing doing. Bulldogs set far side. Chacon drives it off the defender and has it down for another kill. 17-11. 23rd kill unofficially for Chacon. 17-11, Crown Point leading. Tigers let the strong serve go. It's too strong. Maddie Banter with the service error out of bounds. Yorktown 17-12 now, trailing by 5 with Knuckles back to serve. They need a run in the worst way. There's an ace. Knuckles went near back corner right at Banter, and time out called immediately by Crown Point. I don't blame them. They don't want momentum creeping back in. The ace by Knuckles will keep it right here. Makes it 17-13. First timeout taken here in game 4 by Crown Point. They lead by 4, but they did lead 17-11. So it is all or nothing time for Yorktown. If you're just joining us, you've missed one whale of a match. Game 1 should have gone Yorktown's way. They led late in game 1, 22-17, but let Crown Point come back in it and win it 26-24. Tigers were great in game 2, beating Crown Point 25-16. Crown Point was fantastic in a great game 3, winning 29-27. Here we are in game 4. Tigers got to win. Chacon drives one off the defense. Another kill. She has worn out the left corner. 24 kills for Morgan Chacon. Makes it 18-13. Side out. Bulldogs serve it. They'll give it to Katie Marcinek. Rosenthal sets here. Back row attack from Knuckles. It's off the defense. They'll play it. Bulldogs have it up far side for Chacon. She can't get it down this time. Rosenthal sets on the far side for Searing, and her shot off the defense trickles in for the kill. Chacon and Alexis Woodburn were there, but they couldn't stop her. That makes it 18-14 on the kill by Searing. 9 for Tegan. Yorktown serves it trailing by 4 with Kylie Murr putting it in play. Set far side for Chacon. She drives it off Murr. Tigers keep it off the floor twice. Can't do it the third time. Chacon answers back again. 19-14. Crown Point out in front. 25 unofficial kills for Morgan Chacon. And back to serve it is Ikiwa. Tigers play it up. Watkins with a swing. It's right back to him off the bump at the net. Tigers roll it back over. It's off a defender, and they're out of system, but they play it back over. 4 contacts, though. Crown Point, there's a violation at the net on the floor. Let's give the point to Yorktown. It's kind of a late whistle there. 19-15. Tigers have the ball, trailing by 4. They've got to win this game. Vincent to serve it. Pass up to the setter. Set inside for a kill in the middle. It's off the defense, out of bounds. Crawl again. She's had a great night inside with 10 kills and several blocks. 20-15. Crown Point within 5 points of knocking off number 1 Yorktown. Tigers will play it for the slide play, and this time Miller goes with a little tip, and she gets the kill in front of the defender, and it's a 2016 game. Stinson back in to serve it for Yorktown. Tigers have to win or the season's over. They trail by 4. Bulldogs will set it far side. Chacon again with a pile driver. 21-16. Chacon has been sensational. She's been the difference in this match, plain and simple. Every time they've needed her, she's been there. 4 points away from a trip to the state final. Bulldogs serve it. Tigers keep it off the floor. Rosenthal will set inside, and a tip by Knuckles doesn't get over the net. That kind of tells you what kind of night it's been, momentum-wise for Yorktown. Knuckles with an error. It's 22-16. Crown Point leads. They're 3 points away from going to Worthen Arena, leading the match 2-1, leading game 4, 22-16. They'll serve it with Abby Negri, and she serves it into the net. Oh, that's got to give her coach, Allison Duncan, another gray hair. They keep the door cracked for Yorktown, trailing by 5. It's Carly Matthews to serve for the Tigers. Here comes the jump serve, left to right. It's deep, played up to the setter nicely. Swing here on the near corner, down off the defense. Yorktown couldn't block it, couldn't stop it. The kill goes to Crawl, her 11th, and it's 23-17. Crown Point, they're 2 points away. Here's the serve. Knuckles plays it. Set. Knuckles with the attack. It's off the block, out of bounds for the kill by Knuckles, and that stops the bleeding. 23-18. 25 kills for Knuckles. Rosenthal to serve it. Bulldogs play it up. Set in the middle. It's a shot that's too long. A shot from the middle. Packwood couldn't get it down. 23-19. Yorktown trailing by 4. Rosenthal serve is played. Back row attack for Chacon. Great dig by Murr. Rosenthal sets near side. Swing off the defense. Bulldogs keep it in play. A beautiful tip. A backward tip over the head. By Akiwa. And it's match point. 24-19. Wow. 5 straight match points here. Bulldogs play it up. Off the serve, Tigers have it. They'll attack. They go to Knuckles. She can't get it down. Bulldogs can close it here. Crawl from the middle. Tigers keep it off the floor. Great save by Rosenthal. Rolled back to the Bulldogs. They go to Chacon from the far side. Murr with a great dig to keep it alive. Here's a swing from the near corner. Back to Knuckles. They keep it in play. Yorktown has it again. Searing off the block. It's down! Game over! Match over! The block gives the point to Crown Point. And the Bulldogs are going to the state final. The final score in game 4. Crown Point 25. Yorktown 19. Bulldogs win the match 3-1. They're going on. Yorktown is sadly going home. We'll be back to wrap it up for you right after this on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel. Don't go away.
From Jamestown to Jonesville, from North Salem to South Milford, from River Forest to Grass Creek. No matter where you live in Indiana, you can enjoy high school sports coverage at its very best on the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. It's 35 powerhouse radio stations, Fox Sports Indiana, and the World Wide Web, combining their vast resources to blanket the state, the Midwest, and the world with the purest, most riveting presentation of high school sports in America. From Anderson to Attica, Kendallville to Kokomo, follow the high school sports that make our state great all season long. Thank you, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, and welcome home.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, oh, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. There's still a place. There's still a place where performance is enhanced by extra effort, not by performance-enhancing drugs. There's still a place where contracts are between coaches and players, and the terms are non-negotiable. There's still a place where an edge is something you gain by working harder than your opponent. There's still a place where sport is pure. That place is the high school in your community. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we believe that while competition can be fierce, it doesn't change the fact that it's only a game. The goal may be to win, but the point is to have fun. And if you want to be reminded of just how great sports can be when they're played the right way, then the place to be is at a high school sporting event in your community. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message made possible by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
Welcome back to Crown Point High School. Brian Beaver along with you again tonight, and a disheartening ending for the Yorktown Tigers. They play valiantly to the very end, but they can't get out on top tonight, and their season comes to an end in the North Semi-State as Crown Point defeats Yorktown 3-1 in one whopper of a match that took nearly 2 hours to play. 4 games. This was phenomenal volleyball from the get-go, and boy, hard to imagine a better match than this one, although I guess if you could go 5 and play it to its max, that would be it by definition. But man, in terms of excitement, the quality of play, how these two teams fought each other, man, it was just. Yorktown will close the season at 36-3. Their only losses to Avon, Newcastle, and here tonight to Crown Point. Bulldogs are going to the state final next week, where they will play either Providence or Avon, and Crown Point improves to 35-3. And one of their losses, actually 2 of their losses were to Crown Point's losses were to Avon and Providence. 2 of the 3 they had coming in, so they're going to get a rematch next week, no matter who they get, at Worthen Arena in the final match of the 4 next weekend on state championship Saturday out of Ball State University. Phenomenally played match tonight. Let me go over real quickly the scoring. Game 1, Crown Point comes from behind late. And in a game where I think a lot of Yorktown fans and even players will probably say we should have put them away in Game 1. Yorktown led Game 1 22-17, and Crown Point came back and won Game 1 26-24. That was the first set Yorktown lost all postseason, and they did not play their best at the end of Game 1. So they go to the break down 1-0. They come back and roar back. Game 2 was pretty much all Yorktown's way. They won 25-16. Game 2 was never led by Crown Point. Yorktown led or tied that entire Game 2 to win 25-16, and you thought maybe this is going to be a match. In Game 3, boy, was it a match. Those teams went tooth and nail after each other. They played extra points again before Crown Point outlasted Yorktown 27. And then in game 4, the winner go home game. Yorktown couldn't put anything together late, and they lose to Crown Point in game 4, 25-19. They dropped the North Semistate by a final of 3-1. So we're going to do a little quick math, come back, total up some individual numbers, and be back to tell you more about it as we take one more break here on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel. Stay right there.
It's your ticket to an evening out that won't break the bank. It's your ticket to explosive runs, acrobatic catches, and game-saving tackles. It's your ticket to an experience you'll never forget. It's your ticket to the IHSAA State Football Tournament. Attending a tournament football game is a fun and affordable way to see sports played the way they were meant to be, for the pure love of it. The Indianapolis Colts and the Indiana High School Athletic Association invite you to be part of Indiana's rich tradition of high school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure state tournament excitement. The drama is set to kick off. Do you have your ticket?
Welcome back to Frankfort High School, Case Arena, the big dome on State Road 28, and that's where Yorktown's 2017 season comes to an end. The Tigers go out with an overall final record of 36-3. Crown Point will get a chance to avenge last year's state championship loss and maybe get a big trophy for themselves. It'll be Crown Point with a 35-3 record playing the final match next weekend at Worthen Arena. They'll be up against either Avon or Providence, two teams they've already played, two teams they've lost to. I think they'd like to get a little revenge there. Think again. So, quickly, individually, statistically, for the winners, Crown Point, I've got Morgan Chacon, their outstanding outside hitter with 26 kills on the night. She was fantastic from the first moment of the match. 11 kills for Reese Crawl. Most of those were in the middle. And I've got, unofficially 6 for Hackwood. On the Yorktown side, what a great night for Kenzie Knuckles. She's a sensational player. I've got her unofficially for 25 kills. Courtney Watkins with 8 kills. Tegan Searing with 9. Ellie Miller with 8. Yorktown made some uncharacteristic mistakes at points in the match that really hurt them. But overall, boy, were they ever fighters tonight. I know that Coach Bloom always tells the kids we got to fight to the finish, and they did. They fought as hard as they could tonight, but sometimes it just goes the other guy's way, and that's how it ended here tonight as Yorktown closed out the season. And, it's not a bad deal when you go in at 36-3 and turn in the gear and call it a year, because a lot of teams in Indiana would like to have been playing tonight, and they'd like to have 36 wins to show for their season, but just wasn't meant to be. And Yorktown loses tonight to Crown Point 3-1. So that puts a wrap on high school volleyball season for 2017, and that means it's time to turn the attention toward high school basketball, at least in terms of what we're about to do here at Beaver Media. The girls' season is just getting underway. The boys will start playing around Thanksgiving. And the road to Lucas Oil Stadium for the football teams and to Conseco Fieldhouse for the basketball teams is going to be underway. So that is that. I'd like to say a heartfelt thank you to all you people who continue to show me support and give me your ears for 2-3 hours at a time. It's what I love to do. It's what I hope I die doing. No joke. And boy, tonight I about did. There were stroke moments on both sides as these teams had some sensational rallies. And congratulations personally and professionally to Crown Point. They played better tonight. They deserved to win. They did win. Good luck to them in Muncie next weekend as they try to win themselves a 4A state championship. The final score for the final time. Crown Point 3, Yorktown 1. The Bulldogs win game 1, 26-24. Tigers take game 2, 25-16. Crown Point wins out the rest of the way, winning game 3, 29-27 in that exciting marathon, and then putting it away in game 4, 25-19. They're awfully happy going home to the region tonight in the bus with the kids in the red and white. So that'll do it for me. Thanks for joining me again tonight. This match will be archived, so if you know someone who didn't know about it or didn't get to hear it, had to work or whatever, it'll be archived and they can go to YouTube and search Delco Prep's channel and find it archived immediately. Once I click stop, it'll be there. So you can enjoy it as many more times as you want. So Crown Point, well done. Yorktown, great season, kids. You did yourselves proud. Really, you did. Don't hang your heads. You were pretty doggone awesome in 2017. So for all of us at Beaver Media, thanks for coming along tonight. We'll have high school basketball coming up soon on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Until then, have a great rest of your Saturday night and enjoy the rest of your final weekend of October 2017. Have a great night, everybody.